but we're actually going to be making the best ever chocolate brownies.
We are.
We've washed our hands, tied our hair back, and put on an apron so we don't get any stuff on our clothes, so we don't get any hair in our food, so we don't get any germs in our food. And we've used triple chocolate. We've used dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white chocolate. So here are the ingredients. 185 grams of unsalted butter, 185 grams of the best dark chocolate, 85 grams of plain sugar, flour.
Plain sugar or flour?
Plain flour.
Plain flour.
40 grams of cocoa powder, 50 grams of white chocolate, 50 grams of milk chocolate, 3 large eggs, 275 grams of golden caster sugar.
Right.
Okay, so the first thing you'll need is to cut 185 grams of the butter into a small cubes and tip them into a medium bowl.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be putting 185 grams of the dark chocolate into a bowl. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put them into the microwave so that they're all melted together. So if you can put them together over there.
Should I put all the chocolate or just the dark chocolate?
Just the dark chocolate.
Okay, and butter?
And the butter. Here we go, into this bowl over here.
Oh, okay.
All
And
together.
then we have to put this in the microwave.
That's correct. So we put that in. But what we need to do is do it in 30-second bursts, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Because what we don't want to do is to burn the chocolate, because that's really not nice. So we're going to do 30 seconds at a time. Make sure you cover it up because you do not want to mess up the microwave, but also you don't want anything contaminating it. So after every 30 seconds, we're going to give it a stir. Okay.
Okay. So the first one's in the microwave.
That is correct. Okay, and while we're waiting for that, what we're going to be doing is we need to put the sieved plain flour and the sieved cocoa powder into the same bowl. So if you can do that under there for me, please, Rebecca.
Under where?
Under there. And tip the cocoa powder into there. Here we go. You can stir it in there. That's it. And then give that a good stir together.
Okay, so I'm going to mix it in.
That's
But
it.
if you can hear the microwave speaking.
That is. So I'm just going to check the microwave and give that a stir too.
Yeah. Does anyone at home think this looks like an Oreo but with just brown instead of black biscuit and like they're all mixed together?
So Rebecca, I put that on for an extra 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly roll up my sleeves and crunch a bit. With my
Okay.
hands.
Right, now what I would like you to do is if you look at the sugar.
Oh, my hand!
Your hands! Oh my goodness! So then we've got 3 eggs, which Rebecca has cracked over here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And what she's going to do is tip the sugar into the eggs. That's great. And then what she's going to do is
This is going to be the eggy mousse.
That is the eggy mousse. And what she's going to do now is she's going to whisk that up for about 8 minutes.
Okay, just starting to whisk. Spinning. If you can see, it's starting to turn yellow. And you have to do this for 8 minutes.
While Rebecca is whisking there, I've just put the chocolate and the margarine mix on for another 30 seconds. It's still not quite melted. Well done there, Rebecca. And I will just set a timer on there. Okay. Very well done there. Is it looking a bit like milkshake? Keep going. So I want to show you the chocolate and the margarine mix. So that has all melted now, and we're going to set that aside. We're can you just see that? We're going to set that aside so it goes cool. Okay, because we don't want it boiling hot in there. How's that whisking, Rebecca?
It's done.
Keep going. No, that's not 8 minutes, so you need to keep going. Okay, so Rebecca has been mixing the eggs and the sugar, and she's having a little dance behind me. We have got the melted chocolate, which is cooling, and we have put the plain flour and the cocoa powder in together once that's all been sieved. So we've turned on the oven to 160 degrees, so that is nicely warming up. And also, Rebecca, if you could go and get me from the surface over there.
I'll show them.
Okay, so we have the baking tray, and what we have done is we have put some foil underneath, so it's given it some handles, and we put some greaseproof paper in the bottom, ready and prepared for when our brownie mixture is ready. Right. Okay, so as you can see, this has gone into a really thick, almost like milkshake consistency. And if you look, you can just see as you move it along, there's a nice thick print on there as we go by. Okay, we've got a cooled chocolate mixture there.
Yeah.
And we are going to
pull this white stuff into
like a white mousse, isn't it?
Yeah. Into the brown mousse.
Okay. Now what we don't want to do is we do not want to knock all that beautiful air that we've just created inside of this mixture here. So it's best just to go round in almost like a figure of 8, but very slowly, and just fold it in and out so that it's thoroughly mixed. Okay, but you have to be gentle. Like I say, you do not want to get
any like stuff that's like forward out.
That's right. So can you see that it's starting to mix very, very well now, and it's a nice thick.
But I don't want any like of that like brown, dark brown stuff. You want it all like light brown.
That's correct. Nice and light brown. So what we're going to do now is double sieve the flour and cocoa into this mixture.
Okay then, I can do that.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, so what do we want to sieve?
What we need to do.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'll do this.
That's it. Good girl. So if you can mix that up, that would be really good. Here we go.
Okay,
right, there we go.
That.
Sieve that in there for me.
So I
like
do
this.
That's how I
There we go. So we're just sieving this into here. So that has been double sieved. And then again, what we're going to do is just slowly fold this in. Again, if you can, the figure of 8 type. So up and down, that's it. There we go. Okay, then Rebecca, what we will need is if you can go and get the tray that we have prepared, that would be great. So it's looking very, very dry, the mixture at the moment, but what we need to do is to get all of that mixture so that it all blends together evenly. And this will give that lovely gooey consistency.
Lovely going.
It is lovely and good. What do you like about chocolate brownies, Rebecca?
The brownie.
You love the brownie, do
I
you?
don't like the chocolate.
You don't like the chocolate, okay. So Rebecca, would you like to put the chunks of chocolate that we broke up,
Yes.
the white and the milk chocolate in there as well? That's
Okay,
it.
look. Here it is.
That's right.
I'll pour it in.
Very good. Okay. So just do that round so it just mixes it all really nicely. Okay, make sure there's no dry mixture in there or whatsoever. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to put this inside the prepared tin. Okay, so what we're going to do is put this into the oven now for 30 minutes. Okay, so it's the moment of truth. The chocolate brownie is now ready and we are going to be getting it out of the oven, aren't we? Yay. Okay, it's been in there half an hour and it smells delicious, doesn't it? You can just smell the chocolate all through the kitchen, can't you?
Yeah. Okay,
let me show you what it looks like. We've done the wobble test. Okay.
If you want
don't touch it because that's a really hot smell. Oh, so I'm going to put that under here so everybody can see what that looks like. Okay, so you can see in the middle, that is a bit squidgy, but it is cooked and it's not too burnt on the edges. Okay, so we're going to leave that to cool, and once it's fully cooled, we can cut it up. Ooh, exciting!
Okay, so now the cake is ready.
And what we're going to do is we're going to take it out very carefully and put it onto that's it. So we've got it on our cooling tray. So we are going to
this looks really yummy.
Do you think so?
But you can choose to put anything on it, but we're going to leave it plain.
Okay, so this is the moment of truth, Rebecca. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it from the middle because the middle's always the gooeyest and the nicest.
And I'm going to
so we cut it into nice
16 squares, but you don't have to. You can do it.
No, we don't have to. And what I like to do to tidy mine up is just cut off the edges.
I'm going to try some of the edge.
You're going to try some of the edge, are you?
Oh, look,
you've got...
you can see the white chocolate.
You can see the white chocolate in there. How lovely. And what do you think?
Amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
It's really good.
So.
That one's really good. Is that really good?
Here we go. Moment of truth. So here we go. Oh, you just look at that and you can see all that lovely, moist piece of chocolate. Okay.
So if you can hear me crunching.
So Rebecca, what do we do first?
So, first thing you do is cut 185 grams of unsalted butter into small cubes and tip them into the medium bowl. Break 185 grams of dark chocolate into small pieces and drop into the bowl.
And then what do? We put it in the microwave, don't we?
And we put that in for 30 seconds. But we need to wait till that goes all smooth. So then, yeah.
But also we don't want it to burn, do we?
No.
So
you put it in for 30 seconds, then if you have to mix it up, then you put it in for another 30 seconds to mix it up. Put it in one more, then that's it. Then you just leave it, then you mix it up like this, and then leave it to cool.
And it's very nice, isn't it? Okay. And then what we do is we put the sugar and the eggs in a bowl together, don't we? And how long do we whisk them for?
8 minutes.
That's right, and it takes quite a while. But we have to make that look like it's almost like milkshake, isn't it?
Chocolate milk.
It's not chocolate milkshake.
So you can buy a milkshake and buy a chocolate one. Then you can try and make it look the exact same.
And then what we do is we fold the mousse mixture, which is the eggs and the sugar, with the cooled dark chocolate, don't we?
And then you put it in the oven.
We don't put it in the oven then. But what we do have, we have our baking tray, which is all prepared. And we mix our dried ingredients with the wet ingredients.
Yep, so you like get them, then get your whisk out and put them in the whisk go. Then just get a spoon, flatten it out, then tap it in the middle.
That's right.
That's how I do it.
It's the spatula, wasn't it?
No. When I do the whisking, not whisking, what's it called where you tap it like you do, the tapping thing?
Sieve.
Okay, when I sieve, I get a spoon, spread it all out nice and flat, then tap it in the middle with the spoon, and then keep on doing that till it's gone, because that's way quicker than just tapping it like that.
Okay, and then we put the chunks of chocolate in, and then we mix that together.
And then you wait for it in the oven.
That's right. And can you remember what we turned the oven on to? 160, wasn't it?
No,
and then we put that in for half an hour. And then what we're going to do is when we bring that out of the oven, if it doesn't wobble in the middle,
and you put it in there for 25 minutes.
We put it in there for half an hour, and then we're going to check to see if it wobbles in the middle. If it doesn't wobble in the middle, we take it out.
Take it out.
That's correct.
And then if it's like really nice and crispy on the top, and like not that crispy, then really gooey in the middle, that's one good brownie.
Yes. And you leave it on the top to cool, okay? And then that's really important, because what you don't want it to do is break up, do you?
No.
Because then it may still feel like it's not actually cooked, but it will be, because that'll carry on cooking for a little bit longer, but give that lovely gooey taste in the middle. But then that'll be nice to eat, won't it?
Try it. This is one good brownie.
Is that really nice? Is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
2 thumbs up.